Hey, this is Jordan from Jersey, and this is what I thought of the comics I read the week of November 4th, 2009. And look at the time. I have very little of it. So today, I wouldn't call this a special episode, but I would call it a different-ish episode. No edits. That's right, you get every flubbed line, you get every misspeak, you get every long pause, you get all that kind of stuff, because editing takes a lot of time, and I don't have any today, so you enjoy that, YouTubes. We'll start things off with The Amazing Spider-Man, issue 610. As you can see, I actually really like that cover. Kane versus Spider-Man. Also Raptor, Speedball's thrown in. Harry Osborn is there. I don't think he really fights. I don't remember. Anyway, this is hopefully the last issue ever with Raptor. It looks like he kind of died at the end, whether he did or not. It's hard to say, but we can only hope that that character will never be seen again because he was dumb. In this issue, we find out why, for sure, he was mad at Ben Reilly. Not that it was really that important. The issue was kind of a, I don't want to say major fail for me, but I wasn't huge on it. I'm glad this arc is over then. Over though now. Hey, first flub, or first major one. Anyway, the issue was told in kind of an interesting way in that mostly every other page or so it would switch back and forth between flashback and modern day. So you got to see both side by side and see how they kind of mirrored each other. It was an okay enough concept, but it also made it kind of hard to read in general. But yeah, it's done. I'm glad it's done. Next week we have, next week or 2 weeks from now, I'm sure we have issue 611, which has an awesome cover, and I'll talk more about that when it actually comes out. Next we have Deadpool Team-Up issue 899. And as you can see, we have Deadpool and Hercules. I actually like this issue quite a bit. I'm not that familiar with the Incredible Hercules. I know a lot of people rave about his book. I don't have the extra cash to plunk down for it, but I hear it's good. So I'll have to check it out someday when I do have the extra money. The art in this issue is good. It's kind of, it's in the more cartoony realm, but it works for this type of issue. You got two funny characters battling two, I wouldn't call them funny characters, but they're not funny, haha, anyway, funny, weird. Arcade, Nightmare, somebody else that I forget. Oh, an interesting thing was done with Deadpool's breaking of the fourth wall and his alternate text boxes. You know how Deadpool, he'll talk, he'll say one thing, and then you'll also have the yellow text boxes, and then you'll have the white text boxes with the Times New Roman, or Courier font, maybe? I think your first one was Courier font, I forget. Anyway, the writer, who is Van Lente, if the cover is telling me the truth, excuse me, does a very interesting thing with those dual personalities. I won't ruin it for you, because you should definitely pick up this issue. It's only $2.99. Marvel, you'd think they would bump it up to $3.99 because it's got Deadpool in it, and they're really pushing it with how much Deadpool stuff is out there, I'll admit. But only $2.99. Check it out to see what they did with those alternate personalities. I thought it was really cool. I'm going to be picking up this book. It's very nifty, so that's a good one for me. Next, and we're going to kind of go, good today, because I've only got 4 books. But so, start off with went to a good, next we have an not a surprise, I love Marvel Zombies. Love Marvel Zombies. So when I saw Marvel Zombies Evil Evolution on the stands, and this is a one-shot, I was like, oh, that's a really cool cover. I like that. And I love Marvel Zombies. And after Marvel Zombies Return, which kind of closed the circle of the Marvel Zombies universe, I was very interested to see where they would take it. I don't like where they took it. This, I think, is self-contained, so I don't think we really have to go back to this ever, hopefully. Whatever stuff they do in the Zombieverse will be different and ever-reaching, but they merged the zombie and ape universes, Marvel Apes. I read the first issue of Marvel Apes, did nothing for me. I know some people rather enjoyed it. I didn't. I really didn't like this issue. It wasn't in the main Marvel Zombies continuity, as far as I could tell. Certain things like Colonel America still having the top of his head and then losing his arms. So I guess it's like an alternate thing. I don't know. I couldn't even, to be honest, finish the issue. I couldn't. I mean, I did read the end, but I could not get into this. It switches artists a whole bunch of times. It's a big issue. I paid $5 for it, but I don't care about Marvel Apes at all, and this did. I just want something to continue the story of Marvel Zombies rather than what they did here. So it's a meh for me. But we'll end on a good issue, or issue at least I rather enjoyed. It's hot in here, by the way. Is anyone else hot in here? You wouldn't think it would be so warm in November. It's like 60. Let's see, I can be sure for you. It's 55 degrees right now. It was like 65 degrees today in New Jersey. And that's kind of crazy for November. It's so hot. Batman, Widening Gyre, issue 3 of 6. I continue to really like this series. Cacophony was good, don't get me wrong. I don't know anything about Maxie Zeus. I'm not a DC guy. So the fact that he kind of domineered a lot of it and that kind of stuff didn't really do much for me. I still like the writing. It's Kevin Smith. You know I gotta love Kevin Smith. I'm from Jersey. Really, really liking Widening Gyre. Isn't that a great cover, by the way? I know the Weekly Crisis liked it. I read their stuff, so if you do, hey, it's good stuff. We both read the same things. Isn't that amazing? Also read Ain't It Cool. Who doesn't? Who looks like me? Anyway, good issue. Walter Flanagan's art continues to improve. There was a weird thing going on right in the beginning with Batman. Batman right there, to me, looks more like Kevin Smith than Bruce Wayne. Kevin Smith, or, you know, a guy who looks like me or something. Not to be mean to Kevin Smith. Why? That was weird. But otherwise, I mean, it was a good issue. I'm really finding it amusing. Really fun. I like that Smith is sticking to more the... I don't want to say A-list characters. I mean, Aquaman shows up in here. But for the most part, except for Batman's love interest, so I have no idea who it is. Although I'm getting a good feel for it from here. He's showing you a lot of characters that people who don't really read DC or only know the movies will know. Scarecrow. And yeah, Joker was in Cacophony, but here we get all these other characters. And the new character, whose name we get in this issue, is Baphomet. I did look it up to make sure I was pronouncing it correctly. Baphomet. Not sure exactly where the emphasis is put there, but he's really cool. So, see more of him in the future. Wow. We're at the end. It was a good issue, by the way. We're at the end. No edits, you will notice, because I just don't have time. But these are the comics I read the week of November 4th, 2009. They're very good. I will see you next week when hopefully I have lots more time and can edit and do other crazy stuff. Whatever. But yeah, it's almost time for V. Anybody else watching that? Good show. I keep rambling now, so I'm going to go. Talk to you later.